great run, and it's not over. It's just going, this part is, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
so that's it.
yeah. So just listening to a lot of that, I really did get that sense of you were sharing a lot of stuff, just talking about how, different fights broke out, how you were bullied, being in certain neighborhoods or in the neighborhood in which you lived and being the only white kid and everything there. Like, I mean, I've heard you and you've been pretty consistent throughout all the years, that I've ever listened to your music. And this one definitely sounds like what you're saying, in the sense that you're just kind of putting it all out there, and it's really cool, to see you, just being so transparent, because you get a lot of people that after so long, it's not that these things fade into obscurity and no one really knows about them, because you've got a lot, like you said, you got a very, dedicated fan base and family and all that, but just to kind of put it out there as one who's a fan, and then to hear like, wow, like this is what he went through. It's really cool. So I can definitely say I appreciate it,
Well, thank you, man. Well, it's funny because actually a lot of those songs that are on Victory Lap, some of those are 3, 4, 5 years old. Like, I wrote those a while ago and just really sat on them because I didn't feel like the narrative fit projects I was doing. I felt like it bogged down the narrative. And as I started working with a guy by the name of AJ Jenkins, I started working with him. He just had these very storytelling type of beats that led to, I was like, I'm going to try this song on here. And for some reason, and I'm never one to recycle lyrics, it was like, wow, this actually kind of works.
Yeah.
There's a few that were written in the moment, and there were a few that were inspired actually in the process of writing the book. But my goal was always to have the songs that are on the project are literally inspired by true stories.
Wow.
So every there's a soundtrack for every chapter. Now, whether people go, listen to the two things together, or just listen to music, I don't care. But point being is, it's a cohesive thing. So, yeah, man, I guess I've earned the right to do whatever I want to do now.
No doubt.
like leave Uncle Pookie alone. He's old enough to go out.
But at the same time, how's that feel? How's that feel knowing that you've put in your dues and you've paid your dues to be able to kind of like, you know what, like you kind of have nothing to lose musically. It's not like the fan base that's been following you for 20 years is going to just bounce because now you're being a little more transparent and wanting to do what you want to do. So how's that feel being more free to not have to worry about what maybe a label might think or what maybe a fan base might think or what it might do for your future because you're pretty much set where you are musically?
Yeah. Well, I think we live in a day and age where kind of any artist can do that. I mean, that's the reality is there's no like career killing albums anymore because everything's free. You know what I'm saying? So like your favorite artist can drop a brick and no one cares. It didn't cost you anything. You know what I mean? Like you just hit play on a Spotify link. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just be like, I don't like that one. When's he going to do another one? You know what I mean? So it's not like I came from an era where you could do career killing albums. You had to be really careful that you could really, like, your sales trickle down into everything. So it's a gift and a curse because, again, having this longevity. Like I just remember reading like one of the fans wrote, man, this album's really dark, man. And I started laughing. He goes, "This is no Mountain Dew songs on here."
Wow.
I'm like, well, like, why would I put why would I mean, I get it. Music is a time capsule, so they hold you to a certain era. Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, we all do that. But it's like, yeah, man, I'm not even remotely in that mindset. But it's not that they go, this is dark and I don't like it. It's just they go, oh, okay, this is where you're at.
Yeah.
I like you for this other thing. So as an artist, do I get a little frustrated? Of course. But the beauty is I'm always getting back up and bat again. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to go anywhere. You know, like I came from an era where you could kill your career and disappear. It just doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
And you can't please everybody as an artist. If you try to please everybody, you know, you'll never get anywhere trying to do that. And it's funny when you are, you know, as an artist recognized for a certain song. And like you said, that song's been so long ago, and I know people still come up to you about that. But, you know, the fact that they feel like you owe them something because this is the artist I want you to be. You know?
I would say I don't know if my fans feel like I can't say that they feel like I owe them anything.
And maybe not all of them, but you get that handful of people that might come at you like that.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't get that anymore, and maybe that's just from 20 years because you've kind of like it's either they just don't pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just not noticing, they don't know, or they just, you know, I mean, the catalog's that long. Like if there's something you like better, you're gonna go back and find it. I think it's more people, you know, like to me. Listen. There's and I'm probably like you. I'm sarcastic, and I'm snarky, and I have a snarky response. Like there's times I just want to put #new joke. Like really, guys, not funny anymore. It hasn't been funny. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they bring you something up that, but it is what it is. You know, like those same people have been so incredibly supportive. So. You know what it is? It's like you're a restaurant that people like to go to, and every once in a while you bring out new specials, and some of them hit, some of them don't.
Yeah.
But they keep coming back to the restaurant. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So as long as they keep coming back, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, one of the songs that you put out there was one that was just talking about the support of your wife and your family, and you talk about how, you know, you guys have done 21 years of life together, and I'm sure before that, courting or dating and all that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I could really relate to that song because my wife and I, you know, we've just celebrated in September. We're 21 years in as well. And,
nice.
So when you hear longevity like that, I mean, or when I do anyway, it's obviously encouraging, right? But when you talked about how there was more you knew, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically in the bar, you were just kind of talking about how it was just more that you knew you could be doing for your wife. And obviously, you know,
the line is she needs more from me. That's
yeah. So when you speak about that, I'm sure there's obviously just in that line, there's a lot that goes in there. So what exactly did you mean, or what part is that? I mean, I'm sure it's obvious, but you know, what was that for you?
Well, first of all, thank you for noticing that.
Yeah.
You know, I hear these stories about guys that start off, they do the music, and it's like, oh, my wife's going to pressure me. She's telling me I got to get off the road. I got to pick the music or her. That has never been our case. And ironically, our relationship started, you know, it started long distance. So it's like we were almost learning how to be apart and together at the same time, like from the inception. But, you know what I mean? Like, and we made certain moves to make this lifestyle a little easier. We waited to have kids for a long time. We waited, you know, till she was finished with school, you know, college. So we were in a better financial state. You know, we waited on our house. So we took, you know, active steps. But the reality is, as my kids age, as they get into the teenage years, it's just a different game.
You're right.
And so when I say she needs more from me, my wife is by my side, but she needs more from me. That's me saying I acknowledge what could happen. Right? I'm seeing 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road. I'm seeing 10 years down the road. And I'm going, I'm not going to fix this problem once the problem is. I'm going to anticipate it and so it never becomes a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ironically, I'm literally sitting here. She's in the car next to me, and my 12-year-old is in the back seat, and we're going to the show together as a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So is that more stuff for me to think about? Of course. You know what I mean? But my shift is for that reason. You know, like, you know, the shift of going, I'm retiring KJ-52 the name, right? It's because this has been 20 years of my life, almost half of my life, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's my next 20 years going to be?
I love that. Yeah, that's great.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what do you want people to get the most out of Victory Lap? And second question to that, Nipsey Hussle.
I was good.
Had an album called Victory Lap.
Yeah.
So are you used to be the Christian Eminem? Are you now the white Nipsey Hussle?
To make me a Whipsy Hustle?
Whipsy Hustle.
A Whipsy Wustle? I don't know how that would work. I got to figure that one out. Man, I don't even know. Loaded question. I'm going to go with the Nipsey Hussle one because it's so laughable. But yes, you're absolutely right. Man, it was funny. So, again, for me, the concept was goes way back to, my high school days of track. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about, I didn't even know Nipsey Hussle had an album. Did I Google it when I was, sitting here coming up with concepts? Yeah, and I saw that he had the same title, right? And I'm like, okay, it's just two people grabbing onto the same concept.
Yeah.
But the laughable thing is, I had this really minute, incredibly loud backlash that was so tiny but so loud that I was like, you know what? We're putting Dukes up. I will fight this to the death.
That's great.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, there is 50 plus albums on Spotify right now named Victory Lap.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Right?
Yeah.
There's even more songs called Victory Lap, but yet somehow or another, this tiny little Christian rap fan base wanted to go, how dare you?
How dare you?
Use this Christians stay biting, or one guy way before the record even came out was hit me on DM and he's like, yo man, I really think you're exploiting black people.
Oh my God.
Nipsey is he was like, Nipsey is a legend in his neighborhood, and I just really feel like you should really it's really you look like an old man trying to grab some somebody's story to be relevant to the youth. And I'm like, hold on, slow down. First of all, did you know there's 1,000 Victory Lap albums? Second of all, I'm gonna be honest with you, our fan bases are not overlapping. Anyone that's
not at all. There aren't many people in Compton listening to KJ-52 right now.
No, and the point I was trying to make to him was, I'm gonna tell you something. Whoever's actually paying to make this album possible by supporting me does not know who Nipsey Hussle is.
Right.
And the funny thing too, KJ, is the dude that probably hit you up probably didn't know that Victory Lap was the name of his album until after he died anyway.
Right.
Of course. And my point was to the guy, I said, look, let me ask them. I said, have you ever bought anything I've done? Have you ever played anything I've ever done? Have you ever financially supported one thing I've ever done? He's like, no, but I knew about Dear Slim. I'm like, well, man. And
that shows you right there who you're talking to. Yeah.
It's irrelevant to what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
Because the fan base doesn't know. And I go, and you're, I just, and I see this thought process in Christian rap every once in a while. It's the people that have zero support to what you do, somehow or another want to call you out on something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And that's why I will actually throw down with them about it, because you need to be confronted by this mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset of, I'm here to police everyone, but I'm not here to support anyone.
But you know what's good about that mentality? A lot of artists don't realize that. You know how to separate your direct fan base, the people that support you, the people that actually follow you, from just the regular internet commenters. And so many other artists will get caught up in the comments of people that don't even support your music instead of being focused on your supporters. Yeah. But it's hard to differentiate that. And I think that's good for you to already know. And I think it's good for, younger artists to hear that from you, that, there's a difference between my supporters and people financially and just musically supporting me and following me that know my songs on my album, not just the ones that have 1 million YouTube hits, as opposed to just the commenters that are going to see something and say something because they want to be negative.
Right. They're trying to clout chase, and then at the same time, they
want to police people. That's the reality. Yeah. They want to police people. And look, I have no problem with anybody's opinion. If you share that opinion with me, you are so entitled to that. But I am also going to frame it in the idea of going, who is saying this? Now, if my core fan base does this, then I take it into the idea. Now, to be honest with you, this is what I picked to do 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I made this shift from boom bap, KJ rapper to whatever that new version you want to call me, I did that because I was playing to the fan base that I knew would financially get it and support. And I knew by making that conscious decision, I was leaving another fan base potentially behind.
Yeah.
And you know what? I said, I'm not going to waste 100% of my time on 5% of the people when I could invest 100% of my time into 95% that will support. And I know what comes with that. I'm okay with that. And it's not to say like I'm not like I don't want people's respect through everybody. I'm not saying that. It's just basically saying that any opinion, I just look of what the framework of where it's coming from.
So did you feel like I'm sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought. I apologize.
No, that was it. That was all I was saying.
So do you feel like in that because you made a couple of moves on this album that were definitely unlike the boom bap, KJ-52, and it seemed like more of a hype beat, some stuff that was seems a little bit more modern, right? So then do you feel like that was something you just kind of wanted to dive into, being Victory Lap, like, hey, let's give it a shot because of the feature, also, because that kid killed it, or is this one of those things where your fan base, like you said, the ones who actually support and all that other stuff was like, yo, it'd be cool to hear you on something like this, like what did those?
It's kind of an answer yes to everything you said, honestly. I mean, yes, the original intention was to do boom bap story songs, like that was it. And I kind of got towards the end of the album, I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it's like I still like I have an intern who's 20, right? He's 25,
yeah.
So he's a whole new generation of Christian rap, right? And I have to, it's not that I'm going, I want to be validated by him, but I feel like that new generation of Christian rap fans is just as important.
Yeah.
So I love a challenge. So for me to go, can I like find a way to tailor what I do? This challenge, this is default setting of mine. Can I tailor that in a way that my 25-year-old intern who loves KB or who loves, fill in the blank, whatever, to make him go, yeah, I like that song. Right? So it was that. I'll be honest with you, the song with Alcott, we did a contest. Whoever wins the contest gets to be on the album. And I threw that beat on just to throw it out. Like it was another beat Poetics gave me. I'm like, I'm not really big into double time stuff, but whatever, I'll put it out there. Somebody was gravitate it. Well, it was just so, listen, the reality was he did such a good job.
Yeah, he did. He killed it. Yeah.
That's an instance of me conforming to what he did.
Huh.
Because listen, you can get so caught up in the way you used to do it that these two guys and the energy they bring and just the sheer joy of what they get to do, like it reminds me of where I started, and I feed off that. Like I can't forget that, and I'm not trying to like be so adaptive that I lose myself in the process, but like every once in a while, Dad got to come down and play basketball with the kids.
Right.
I may not dunk on them, but I'm not going to hit a couple J's out in the corner. So, I'm still involved in college ministry, youth ministry, junior high ministry, like all that stuff. Like, and it's not to be validated. It's just I genuinely enjoy those age groups.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. Yo, what is it like now? I mean, I know you have a position in the church now, like an official position. What was that transition like, knowing you've been a full-time artist so long to going back? Because you've been involved in ministry before, right? In a church?
Yeah.
So just going back to that after so long of doing just strictly music, how's that been for you and your family, just kind of being in one place?
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, my last 3 years have kind of prepped me for it. I went on staff at a church, but it was very loose. Like I didn't keep hours. I didn't have a salary. I was really like a guest speaker, but I would do it in multiple settings. But it was really, it was like one step up from a volunteer position. But eventually people are like, yo, man, can you do counseling? Can you do my wedding? I'm like, I don't think you get it. So the transition into the church world wasn't really abrupt because that's what I left. But yeah, man, it is weird having a freaking 9 to 5. Like, I can't even explain. Like, not that I didn't have structure in my life before. I ran my own quote unquote business. But I don't know. It's especially when people on staff at your church are like fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm only 3 weeks in. You have to come back and talk to me.
When you might have quit.
But I love it. I mean, I'm not at no, definitely not. I mean, I'm not at a church that I'm not like I wasn't thrown into. This church is literally 5 minutes down the street from the other church I was at. So, and I've known the pastors for 20 plus years, so it wasn't a big abrupt thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
wow.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? You're not done. You're not done making music, right?
No, I'm not. And it's funny, man. I was messing around with something for the church podcast, and I found some loops in GarageBand, and I just started putting beats together. I'm like, I started rhyming, freestyling in the room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't leave the game alone. But no, the beauty is now I can do music. Not that I haven't, but I can really do it on my own terms.
Yeah.
There's still some things I want to do. I'll probably shift more to the Patreon model, I think.
Okay.
I think that's going to be my next wave. But, I don't know, man. The avenues are so wide open, and I think one thing Christian hip-hop has not had is voices from older generations, at least not in a way that's been, it has not aged with the culture, so it needs to be. Now, what that looks like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm a KRS-One fan, but I haven't listened to his last 27 albums,
27.
Yeah, he's released a lot of those.
But, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, this is Wild Wild West, but I'm loving it, and, God has been faithful for the last 20 years, so he'll be faithful for the next,
And the fact that you are, you've been in the game for so long, the fact that you're willing to adapt to where the market's at. A lot of people are still stuck on wanting to print out up 1,000 CDs, and they get frustrated with the new way of doing things, and they don't they're not even on social media like that. Oh yeah, I don't have a Twitter yet. I was thinking about getting one. Really? Yeah. When, in 2008? Or I mean, you should have thought about that a long time ago. You should think about stopping doing music if you're not, if you just want to rap for like your homies, cool. But if you're really getting frustrated with your music not being heard, what are you doing to make sure it's heard in 2020?
That's right.
You can't do the same thing. You can't even do the same things you did 5 years ago, let alone 15 years ago,
Not even 5 months ago.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when you were talking about guys kind of biting styles and all that other stuff. I mean, that was something that we held on to in the hip-hop culture back in the day, and now everybody almost sounds the same anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Like, all bets are off. No question.
Yeah.
But, look, I mean, you can either curse the darkness or light a candle. I mean, that's really up to you. So some people choose to curse the darkness and sit in the dark, and I'd rather just light a couple candles, Let's get some scented candles in there. Let's make it smell good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like the fact that sometimes you don't know if it's going to work, but you want to take that challenge. And I think that's been dope watching you the last few years.
Yeah.
As you do this on your own, as you do, the social media marketing, going out there and taking that challenge and that risk, knowing like, you know what, I might not know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And
I think taking that challenge is inspiring to people that are doing any type of business to be able to go out there and take the challenge themselves.
But can I tell you something that I find the most saddest thing? Can I tell you what that is?
Yeah.
The saddest thing of me moving into this new, whatever you want to call it, is I have crowdfunded in 2 years. I did the math. I've crowdfunded almost $100,000.
Wow.
In crowdfunding. That's actual cash raised, right? And I don't mean that like in a braggadocious way. That's people coming back multiple times or, new things. But I'm saying it's close to $100,000.
Wow.
Nobody has asked me how I did that.
Really?
Wow.
Not one young artist has ever stopped me and said,
wow,
you have actually translated actual cash. Now, I do know a zillion new artists that are so excited to hit 100,000 streams, which is less than $200.
Yeah. Because we live in that we live in that generation of what does it look like to the public? What can everybody see?
Yeah.
I want a lot of likes. I want to be able to show that.
And then that's when the revenue starts coming in because they think it's what they, or at least that's the mentality.
They don't care about the revenue.
Okay.
They should, but they don't. Go ahead, KJ.
That's what I don't understand. Like, I'm not saying you got to pick one or the other. You can have both.
You can have both.
Yep.
But I'm saying no one has ever asked me. Now, granted, listen, I'm 20 years in. I sold records. I'm dealing with the different. My frame of reference is different. But the principles are still the same. No one's asking me, how I did it. They just want to know, oh my gosh, you did a song with so-and-so. Like, that's the only mentality I think is dangerous in the younger generation, is that you're exactly right. Like but, maybe they're just happy to be bedroom rappers, and that's fine too. I don't mean, I don't mean to boast like, I did it, y'all didn't do it, so screw y'all. I don't mean that.
Yeah.
If you want to really learn from me, you can learn from me.
But at the same time, these are a lot of these are artists that say they want to make it, and I'm not mad at the artists that are just doing it for a hobby, if you know that. But the ones that are saying they're trying to make it, the ones that for us as radio are submitting music to us on a consistent basis, and they're still not taking the advice that we might give in an email response or on the show or from an artist like you. Those are the ones that I think we're all frustrated with, not the casual ones just making some music for fun. But that's crazy. That's crazy.
Same age right now, if I was in the same generation, maybe I just came up differently, so my mindset is different. That could be possible, but I'm just saying, I'm like, come on, guys. Like,
well, do you feel like that's something that you could start translating to at least the influence of people that like you feel like maybe this is something I can kind of give back? Because like you said, now you're kind of in this open lane and you can do whatever you want because you're vetted, you're tested. We all know the product and all this other stuff. And do you feel like that might be wisdom or something you could start passing down? I don't know if it's like a class or something. I mean, you're in ministry now, and people see you, and what does that look like if you could do something like that, or would you?
Well, you can only teach people that want to be taught.
No doubt.
Yeah. So now, I hate to say it, sometimes you want them to ask the question so they're actually into it. I can go, hey, here's where I did it, and they're still like, it's just, deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe that is the next wave, the next phase. But I'm like, if you're not even, it's like basically me going, I learned how to speak Portuguese. And by speaking Portuguese, I'm making $1 million. No one's asking me, hey, you teach me Portuguese? They're just going, I like speaking English. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. But you're right. I haven't thought about this a lot, and maybe that's something I do next. I don't know. I've always also been very careful to not try to exploit people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's so easy to take advantage of these younger artists, and I've always tried to do what I do with integrity. So,
good words.
I mean, you can dangle certain things in front of their faces, and they're like, yeah! So I don't know. But, yeah, man. But, hey, I'm going to have to hop off in like a minute here.
Yes, sir.
I got to pull through this parking lot.
Yeah, this has been KJ-52. Listen, man, Victory Lap is out right now. Let everybody know where they can find it. And, man, get it. And that's really dope, man, that you raise money like that, honestly, because I know, talking to you a few years ago was a challenge for you going out there like that. So props to you for being able to do that and sticking with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the platform.
For sure, bro.
Thanks, man.
Let people know where they can find you.
I mean, it's on all, streaming platforms. I mean, if you want to get a CD because you're a dinosaur like me, more power to you. You can go to KJ-52.com/store. You still pre-order the book and get the album for free right now at KJ-52book.com.
Dope. Right. Get that, and we'll talk to him after the book comes out and get all the dirt.
Yeah.
All the dirt from KJ. Dude, appreciate it, bro. Good luck tonight.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Talk to you later. Thanks, guys.
All right.
KJ-52. Make sure you guys go get Victory Lap. And make sure it's KJ's. Don't get Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap.
Right.
Don't mess up.
That's right. Don't mess up.
Especially if you're like trying to get Victory Lap for like somebody in your church, somebody in the youth group.
Yeah,
you might get fired.
Yeah,
if you have a position in the church, you're going to get fired because you might give them the Nipsey Hussle, and the parents will be pretty upset because they got the same title. They're a little bit different.
No doubt. No doubt. And only because like it's more relevant now, obviously, or not. I don't want to say now, but more relevant, obviously, because of Nipsey and what happened and all that other stuff. And then you're right, like when that went on, and when he was talking about it in the beginning, and he started saying how it was just more of the mindset of finishing the race kind of thing, which that definitely differentiates the kinds of victory.
We're gonna play the title track from the album right now, Victory Lap, right here, KJ-52 on Speak Life Radio. GorillaCross.com. Download the app.
Yep. Share.
And And when we come back, we're going to review your music live. Stay locked in.
Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. I think I'm running down my victory lap. I think it's time that I just face the fact. Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. It's time to run down my victory lap. Feeling sorry for myself just like it's poor me. Nobody needs no rapper that turned 43. Close the book upon this chapter, throw away the keys. Not sure what's coming next, cause this is all I see, but R.I.P. running out of words to speak. My wife is by my side, but she needs more from me. I know my God has promised to supply my needs, but if I'm being honest, that's getting hard to see. But more of me, less of you. I need to flip that up and just embrace the truth. Sometimes I want to escape and be like, what's the use? A lot of things has changed from when you're 22. I'm going through these motions of what I'm called to do. I'm drowning in this ocean, it's getting hard to move. Cause I just hold it in just when I'm rolling through. I'm falling in, show me what to do. It's time that I just face the fact. Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. I think I'm running down my victory lap. I think it's time that I just face the fact. Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. It's time to run down my victory lap. Now if I fell, you never heard it, would I make a sound? Behind the scenes, but I can feel just like I'm breaking down. And feeling all alone at times, that's when I face the crowd. Dealing with these thoughts that cross my mind and take me down. I wanna make them proud, maybe I should take a bow and hit the lights and say goodnight and go all fade on out. It's been that longest fight, maybe I should throw the towel. Staring at them glowing lights just while I'm running down. Maybe I should wait it out, feel like I'm crazy now. Filled up with crazy doubt, I'm flying down this crazy route. Depression's running up, wants to chase me down. Stuck his hand around my mouth and said, don't make a sound. Then it looks me eye to eye, wants to face me now. Now maybe I should just go lay it down. Change is coming, but I don't wait around. Maybe I should just say nothing, go on fade on out. But it's time that I just face the fact. Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. I think I'm running down my victory lap. I think it's time that I just face the fact. Feel like I'm running down my victory lap. Hit the lights cause I ain't coming back. It's time to run down my victory lap.
Yeah, that's KJ-52 Victory Lap off the album Victory Lap. If you guys are just now tuning in live, make sure you check out the replay of the interview. It will be up on GorillaCross.com, so make sure you check that out and download the app. The podcast will be up there. The live video stream or the replay of the video stream will be up there also. So make sure you check all of that out, man. And we're excited. We are here live in the studio.
Yep.
On another Friday. We love New Music Friday. We don't have new music to play, but we just, that was new-ish. That was 2 weeks old, so don't get too picky, guys. And shout out to James Michael Lewis. Funny how your radio show is called Speak Life, but on Facebook you never do. Thank you. Oh. I appreciate that. And thank you for never tuning into my radio show till just now, because it's been on since 2008. So if you just now noticed that, I appreciate it.
Isn't that what he was just talking about?
And I give a lot of people life. People can hit me up all the time like, dude, you're so funny. Thank you. I was having a bad day. So listen, I don't care what they say.
I'm saying.
Especially people that don't
It's kind of the victory lap thing, right?
You probably you haven't downloaded the app. You don't go to GorillaCross.com. You don't like anything I say. You don't like any of my statuses on Facebook. You didn't even like the video you just commented on. Listen, bro.
No flexing is strong.
Listen, bro. If you guys are watching live and you like the show, please share the live video feed, because for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we got about 20 minutes left in the show. We are going to review some music. So, yeah, we're going to review some.
I'm excited. I like coming in here and listening to stuff. You know, every time I've come in here or I've listened to the show, it's put me onto somebody new every single time. So
yeah, that's the thing, man. There's a lot of good artists out there. There's a lot of good stuff going on with these artists. So listen, man, it's good. It's good. So Got my man AOJO.
Okay.
And I know you've sent stuff before, bro. And his name's Jordan
okay.
Dumas. His real name. But
okay. AOJO.
If I say your name wrong, bro, just go ahead and call us up 702-608-3259 and let us know how to pronounce it. But we are going to get into this song called Time, featuring Mari V right here, Speak Life Radio, Indie Artist Music Review. If you guys like the music, please give us a like. If you love the music, give us a heart. If you think this song is kind of like a little, like just kind of, like you're a funny dude for even make this song, give us a laugh. If you're just wowed by this song, give us the wow.
Yep.
If you don't like the song at all, give us that cry. Like, the cry
know.
is the worst. The angry face is you should quit rapping. So give us those reactions on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, then just sit there and let us know if you like the song or not. If you're listening on Gorilla Cross Radio on the app, then just hit us up, call in, do whatever you want to do. But if you are watching live, please share the live video feed, especially if we're reviewing your music.
That's right.
This is called Time. AOJO, I think. Right here, Speak Life Radio.
All right.
And we're leaving our mics on for live reactions.
That's right.
You feel me?
I wake up every day and act like I'm gonna make a move. I have so many dreams, it's up to me to make them true. I'm living underneath the life he has for me and you. We've been designed for so much more, that's why we hate to lose. And I can't help but feel like I've been wasting my time. Let's keep it real, I'm in a race with my mind. No time to chill when every day somebody dies. I can't help but feel like I've been wasting my time. I know what's right and what I need to do, but easy said, it's either end it there or see it through. I think I need a boost, I'm lacking motivation. I have so many reasons to succeed, but I'm complacent. I think I've gotten lazy, and that's a damn shame. That's why I don't receive no matter what my soul craves. My situation won't change unless I start to handle mine. I can't be calm. Lately I've been living like a pantomime. I'm at a loss for words, letting them go hurts, but I'm broken, and I know that my wholeness is so worth a lot of sacrifice. That brings me back to life. I tell me to shut up, cause I give myself some bad advice, yeah. I can't help but feel like I've been wasting my time. Keep it real, I'm in a race with my mind. No time to chill, every day somebody dies. Can't help but feel like I've been wasting my time. Like I've been wasting my time. I can't help but feel like I've been wasting my time. Yeah, I've been wasting my time. Hey, look, I gotta be honest with myself. Am I just rhyming to increase wealth? Or do I really wanna help like I say I do? Give them hope when they play my tunes. Add the volume, or am I fine with just spitting fire and entertaining? This environment that we living in isn't infinite, crazy, ain't it? Temporary, but I need that eternal. Pick it up like a secretary, and this is my beat journal. I just wanna let it go like a cage bird. Let me vent a little more for the haters. Had to throw a lot of stones from a glass house. Whoa, will I lash out? Oh no, I love him still. Jesus let me touch the wheel, so I don't ask him to take it. When I wrote this track, I was naked, and you can laugh, but a Superman without kryptonite is too dangerous. Vulnerability's killing me, but it qualifies me for greatness.
Yeah. AOJO Time featuring Mari V.
I think it's Mari
Listen,
V.
man, if we get these names wrong, I don't care, man. I just want to listen to the songs. But and if we let the music play that long,
I'm saying,
I think the listeners and the viewers know by now, if we let the song keep playing longer than the minute and 30 seconds we usually give, then we probably like the song. If we end it in 30 seconds, we probably don't like the song. So, and listen, I can't speak for everybody in the room. There's only two of us today. Usually we have a full panel, but I know for me personally, I kept playing the song because I liked it. I was feeling the song, the whole vibe, even that third verse where he kind of flipped up the flow.
Yeah,
I liked it because the first two had the same flow, the vibe and everything, and then it definitely flipped on the third. And then the hook was really smooth, then her voice came in. It just really complimented what was going on. It wasn't like harsh. The hook actually made sense.
Yeah.
it wasn't all of a sudden like, oh, you changed the whole sound of the song with the hook.
Right.
So I think the whole song flowed really well. The production was well.
Yeah.
The mix sounded good. So
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I like that track, and it's an older track. It's 2017 is when this was looked like it was released. But yo, man, and I know he submitted music to us before, so we definitely got to connect with him anyways.
For sure.
You know.
That's crazy. So yeah, I definitely was feeling the whole song. In the beginning, I wasn't sure, especially when I thought the drop was happening, and then it seemed like it hit a second one, which was crazy.
Yeah.
It was clean, and shout out to Kalo. He's on the feed right now, and I definitely agree with him. It definitely had a Cole vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really feeling it. So and the whole thing was really kind of smoothed out. You know what I mean? Like and how transparent he's being and everything in the song. So and not that qualifies, because sometimes when you're being transparent, not everybody's feeling it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It definitely added that bit of emotion at the end. I mean, even before it was already drawing me in, but that definitely, I was invested at that. So I was feeling that. For sure.
Oh man, we're gonna jump into the next song. It's Solution, called Move Forward, right here. Speak Life Radio Indie Artist Music Review.
Hey, you so special. So much more than you know. Hey, just ease your mind right and move forward. Hey, just ease your mind right and move forward, forward. Just ease your mind right and move forward. Hey, you so special, so much more than you know. You know, just ease your mind right and move forward. Yeah, just ease your mind right and move forward, forward. Just ease your mind right and move forward. Hey, you so special, so much more than you know. Life is so special, a gift in the present, providing them a message, attention to the heavens. Tongue is a weapon, use it to destroy your growth. Don't gotta take by force, I got good grace of course. Trailing down the boulevard, top down in my tunes in. Gospel like I'm Ruben, conscious in what I'm doing. Influence to inspire, heart of God a desire. Don't care to be admired. Keep on growing till the day I expire. Into eternity where I deserve to be, because my Savior has risen. No more days trapped in the prison. I am completing the mission, bringing truth and nothing but it. Higher proof, no running from it. I'ma do what I gotta do. If I made a choice, face a repercussion. Always been an overcomer, coming in hot like Arizona summer. Evil try to take me under, but I'm never gonna. No, I'm never going. I just need my mind to put the best foot forward. My God, my Lord, you elevating my soul, my strength to carry on. Just ease your mind right and move forward. Just ease your mind right and move forward. Just ease your mind right and move forward. Hey, you so special, so much more than you know. You know, just ease your mind right and move forward. Hey, just ease your mind.
Yeah, let's Move Forward by Solution. I'll go ahead and let you go.
Yeah. You know what? It seemed like it was a bit choppy, and I guess, and this is me speaking as one who listens to music but doesn't make music.
Yeah.
So I want to make that the precursor. So it seemed like it was a bit choppy in places, like it didn't seem to pocket the beat as well. The beat is crazy. And then that hook with the get your mind right and move forward. I'm not sure what I think I needed to hear, but there could have been something different there. I think that would have added something to the song. Maybe, I don't know if it's depth or another voice or something else to kind of, change it up somehow. Other than that, I mean, and they can take it as whatever, but I was still feeling the song. I mean, it was enough to me, even still, to I would knock that. You know what I mean? So I was definitely feeling it. I still like it.
It was a cool track. It wasn't anything that did anything for me as far as getting super hyped where I feel like I would have to listen to it again and necessarily, like, oh man, I need to play that song. I need that song on my playlist.
Yeah.
It didn't necessarily do that, but I didn't really have any problems with the song. But to me, it was just a song. It was cool. I could tell he's an inspirational dude, so I'm sure the people that follow him and like his music would get a feel. Same thing with the hook. I think there should have been another voice on that hook with him, because it just made it kind of dry. And sounded a little forced with that. But at the same time, like I said, man, there was no problems with it. It sounded mixed well. It was good quality.
Yeah,
it just didn't do anything for me as a fan to really say, like, I want to play that again. And But hey, that's my opinion. I'm one of billions of people on this earth.
That's right.
So
that's right.
But on our show, I'm the only one. My opinion matters because play your music or we won't play it. So there you go. All right, we're going to jump to the next one. BRM, Let Me In. We've had a lot of music from him before. We've interviewed him before. But he still likes submitting us music, even though we've interviewed him. So I appreciate that.
All right.
BRM, Let Me In. This is from December, so it's pretty new. Right here, Gorilla Cross, Speak Live Radio, Indie Artist Music Review live here on GorillaCross.com.
Yeah. Heavy artist wants their music to be heard. While there's gatekeepers who decide who music gets played. So, yeah, happy radio flows when I am now. That's okay. I'ma keep on spitting, I ain't caring. Oh, yeah, no, I'm about to drop another one, so here it go. On the flow, how'd you see? Come and take a peek. When I'm by myself, I'm really into this, but you ain't into me. Check the Spotify, a few people are listening, but that ain't why I do it. I just feel like God has called me into work. Yeah, I'm rocking it. Watch me go berserk. Man, I'm flirting with the beat just like my wife. He got me heated. I be listening to it. I be like, ooh-wee, what you doing? Get out over here. I got these lyrics for you. Whisper in the mic. Turn the lights off. Let's say goodnight. Want to paint a picture for you. Having fun on a 20-year run. Looking stunned. I'm a sister act done. Would be on the beat like Goldberg. Directing these choirs. Can't contain my fire. Jesus got me going wild. Won't be quiet. No. They don't want to let me in the building. Yeah. Make some room. I got my wife and children. Yo. Everyone can come and feel this. Yeah. When I hear a beat, I try to kill it. Man, go and let me in the room with you. And take my phone out and take some pictures. I'm a fan. Sick and tired of being in the stands. Music industry, let me in, yo, I demand it. I don't care how old I am or what you're saying, doesn't matter. I'm not here to lie to you, I hit you with the bitter batter. Need to let you know we'll never scatter, going nowhere. Here to stay, in your face, let me play in the race. That's just how I'm always thinking. Built for this, ain't ever sinking. Foundation is strong, I ain't ever breaking. Put my faith in God, yeah, I said it now. Say it proud, watch me run around. There's no crowd to hear my sound. I'm a player love. Yeah, we got some movement, I don't wanna lose it, so I keep pursuing to have everybody listen to the music. Hear me, man, I'ma do it. Yeah, I know it's kinda stupid, but you know I keep on moving. Wake you up, stop you from snoozing. No, they don't wanna let me in the building. Yeah, make some room, I got my wife and children. Yo, everyone can come and feel this. Yeah, when I hear a beat, I try to kill it.
All right, there's BRM, Let Me In.
All right.
Feeling that track, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the beat's super dope, first of all. I love the energy that he brings. That's a track, like, if you're working out, you're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I do like, I mean, like I said, we've interviewed him before, so obviously I like his stuff.
Yeah.
And listening to a lot of his stuff, sometimes he gets repetitive with some of the stuff I see him on, like his voice sounds the same. This one I liked. It was a different flow a little bit and different energy to it, so I did like it a lot. But yeah, I mean, production-wise, I thought it was dope, man. What do you think?
Yeah, same. And definitely a shout-out to the ones that we've heard so far. It just seems like the quality on these is really clean. It seems like it's not – I mean, again, I'm not speaking from a guy who produces any music, so I don't know what is what all the time. But
yeah.
It definitely sounded really clean. And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's definitely got those times when, like, you could see, like, I don't know if that's a youth group or if you're out doing some stuff or whatever, like, that's kind of that rock motion. And then when he kind of goes in and gets real hype with the hook and everything, it's definitely that feels anthem-ish. You know what I'm saying? So I was really feeling that for sure.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple more we're going to play. This is Emmaus, I think. That's how you pronounce it. He gave me the whole album, so I'm just going to pick a random song, I guess.
Roulette.
We'll play Paper Chase. It's the second song. So usually your second song you like, right? You're not going to put your favorite songs on the bottom. So listen, man, here we go. Paper Chase right here, Gorilla Cross, Speak Live Radio.
The summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold.
It's about time that I demolish these habits. I'm David Blaine in his room while he's polishing magic. I'm Rondo is a kid while he's watching Magic. Anthony Hardaway when he got in the Magic. I'm that baby in Haiti who made it safe through tragic situations. I'm that motorcycle racing through traffic. I'm Peter Parker, Bob Barker, Tony Parker, Parker Brothers. I rise above opposition whenever darkness hovers. I'm from the land of Grand Rapids, it's always overcast. Where we always feel broke, we don't know if we can hold some cash. So if I have to wrestle to be successful, I'll do it. I never thought that I would make $1 off music. I never even tried to make music you can ride to. I never called myself God, I ain't really that prideful. I never tried to make a song to make it on the radio. I'm too real for that, and I ain't trying to see crazy dough. I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes. I'm on a paper chase, I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes. I'm on a paper chase, I'm on a paper chase, but really not chasing it. If the paper comes, then I will be embracing it. I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes, I gotta get the papes. I'm on a paper chase. Money evaporates like water turning to steam. I look at my check and see the taxes, so I turn and I scream.
Yeah, Emias, that's called Paper Chase. I'm actually feeling the track.
Okay.
My issue with it is it's definitely dated.
Yeah.
Definitely, sounds like an older album. This is actually from 2015, but I mean, even more dated.
Okay.
I like it. I mean, I think he could flow. But it's definitely old school hip hop. But at the same time, he said he doesn't rap for the radio. So I like it, man. I actually like it.
So I think I'm just a little confused on the concept that if the song is called Paper Chase and in the verse just before he goes into the hook, he says he's not doing it for crazy loot, but then he's talking about the paper chase. So then, like, what then is the paper chase? You know what I mean? Like, is that some kind of metaphor or something I'm not catching or whatever? And again, speaking as a fan, if I listen to that, I'm hearing a contradiction of terms in a way. Like, okay, well, you're not paper chasing, but you're saying you're not chasing crazy loot. And I agree with you. It definitely sounds like something. I don't want to call it dated because I still listen to a lot of this kind of music. Yeah. It's just something that I prefer. So to me, it sounds, something like in my comfort zone of things that I would listen to. But I just feel like that.
I still like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, most of the hip hop I listen to is dated.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
I'm still on like
it wasn't a diss, but at the same time, if you're trying to really, it depends on who you're trying to reach. Right. If you're making music for yourself and that's your art, cool. But if you're trying to reach a younger generation, you probably won't reach them with that. But like I said, I like it. Yeah, and I would bump more of his tracks. Sure,
and just to have that album, I'd like, when he says too real for the radio, I'd like to actually explore what that means. You know what I mean? So it's cool that he sent you the album. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'd like to check that out.
When people say they're too real and stuff like that, sometimes I get like,
no doubt, and I'm there too, and that's why I want to know.
It's like, I'm there too real and keeping it real, and even saying stuff like that's kind of negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, bro, you're real, but at the same time, like I said, man, I liked it. I liked the track. I do want to listen to more of these tracks off the album. So I know it looked like he sent me 2 projects on here in the link. So yeah. All right, my man Calvin Hill, journal entries. It's a free download. Thank you for sending me a Rapzilla link, Calvin. But we're gonna play that right now. We've talked to him before as well. He's been submitting music for a long time, man. It's my man Calvin Hill, journal entries right here. I don't think people want it reviewed anymore. I think they're just like, I want my song played.
Yeah.
But we'll do it for you.
We'll do it.
It's nights like tonight, I sit back and think about life, like why I fight over things that I know ain't right. I'm way too young to be stressed, too young to be living depressed. I see the older I get, relationships really start to go left. The girl I thought I married just left. These are the thoughts that I only express to Tiffany when I feel like I need to confess. And right now, I feel like I need to confess. Sometimes I find it hard to love. Too many get confused with lust. Certain topics I don't like to discuss. I've been hurt by the same dang people that I thought I could trust. Seen the toughest people break when the times get rough. Lately these past days, all I think about is how my best friend just got taken away. People twisting every word that I say, cause that's the price of y'all knowing my name. My mentor told me that the road to fame can feel like the loneliest thing. That's what happens when you carve your lane. No conversations with God, especially when the times get hard. You love different when you living with scars. You hurt different when you have a big heart. True friends keep it real from the start. I don't need the fake love, I done made it this far. And to the girls in my DM, I'm working from the AM to PM. All your texts, I see them, but I probably won't do more than just read them. I'm going through a lot right now, man. I apologize to any girl that feels like I wasted their time. To all my exes, there's a lesson behind. Had to learn to leave the past in the past. There's a reason why we never did last. I'm doing fine if you ever did ask. I got a problem letting people get close. That's the minute that they wanna go ghost. But who was there when you needed the most? Who was there when you needed the most?
All right, that's Calvin Hill. Journal entries right here. Speak Life Radio, Indie Artist Music Reviews. Go ahead, E-Dub.
Yeah. Again, I'm feeling that. Man, it just seems like each one of them is
yeah. We actually played good tracks.
Yeah, today. Really good ones. Yeah, so I'm really feeling this one. Again, man, just being able to tap into that place of hearing if art imitates life. Like when you just kind of listen to it from that perspective, it definitely has a lot of draw-in value for me, and it goes beyond just listening to it. Like this would be something I would keep in my personal playlist just to be able to, you hear someone going through and they're struggling and all this other stuff and this is that or whatever, but at the end of the day, God's got them or whatever. But yeah, I like it.
It's dope, man. Well, this has been Speak Life Radio. I know we got to bounce out. I got another show coming in the studio in a little bit. My man C. Williams. But listen, man, I appreciate KJ for the live interview. If you guys missed it, make sure you check out the replay. Download the Gorilla Cross app. You can watch all the replays there. The podcast will be up soon. I need interns, bro. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but we need interns here.
Interns.
'Cause it's me, and that's it. So, yeah, we need help. But we will be getting the podcast back up so you can listen. But, yeah, you can watch it live, or you can watch the live replay. So make sure you check that out and get Victory Lap from KJ. E-Dub, appreciate you co-hosting with me.
This is dope, man.
And we will do more music reviews next week, and we will be back.
Yep.
So we appreciate it. And we will see you guys next Friday, 2 p.m. West Coast time. We will have another interview with somebody dope. I don't know who it is yet, but I know, we're trying to get propaganda on the line soon. And he dropped the EP when we weren't doing Speak Life. Him and Derek Miner dropped the project together. So I want to talk to him about that because he has been on so much Beautiful Eulogy production the past 5 or 6 years, which was dope. But this new project, which I forgot the name, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they had that song with John Gibbs called Dope, and a really, really dope project.
Yeah.
And it was so dope to me hearing him on different production with Derek Miner. So hopefully we might get him on the line next week. If not, we will have somebody. But if not, we will have Prop on in the future to be able to talk about that album in the near future, to talk about that project with him and Derek Miner. My goal is to get him in Vegas, but that won't happen next week. So we got to talk to him before that. But we appreciate it, and we will talk to you guys next week. Make sure you tune in and share the replay of the live feed.
Share it.
Peace.